The Emancipation Proclamation, which freed the slaves in the states that had seceded, went into effect on January 1st, 1863. But Maryland didn't act until 1864, when it held a referendum. And even then, the outcome wasn't at all certain. The vote tipped in favor of abolition only after the absentee ballots of soldiers fighting for the North were counted. The final tally was 30,174 in favor of freeing the slaves to 27,799 against 375 votes. Very close. I bring this to your attention for two reasons. One is why I wear the uniform of a Civil War soldier whose great-grandfather fought for the Civil War. I'm a Civil War reenactor, and I stand proudly in support of these soldiers that made the difference in this election. Isn't it ironic that on Tuesday, November 3rd, 2020, is Election Day, and our vote is equally as important as those Civil War soldiers who voted for the abolition of slavery. So my point here is vote. Make sure you get out and vote. On November 1st, 1864, Maryland slaves were declared free, only a few months before Congress would approve the 13th Amendment. You see, Governor Bradford didn't wait for the 13th Amendment. He took this proactive step ahead of time and freed the slaves here in Maryland. Let's celebrate November 1st as Maryland Emancipation Day. Texas has its Juneteenth. We deserve to have our own holiday. Senator Ellis in Charles County has a bill in the legislature as we speak, Senate Bill 76. So support that when you can and when you will, and let's make this thing happen. Before I read the words from the 1864 Maryland Constitution, take a step back in history. Imagine this is 1864, and farmers and families and people gathered around, most usually the general store. Literacy was at a low rate in this time, even for whites. So when you got your news, you couldn't turn on CNN, you couldn't open up the Washington Post. You had to get it from everybody. And with that in mind, I'll begin. The following is a transcript of the actual words used by the then Governor August Bradford. The 1864 Maryland Constitution included the following clauses. We, the people of the state of Maryland, grateful to Almighty God for our civil and religious liberty, and taking into serious consideration the means of establishing a good constitution in this state for the sure foundation and more permanently security thereof. Declare, Article 1, that we hold it to be self-evident that all men are created equally free, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, among which are life, liberty, the enjoyment of the proceeds of their own labor, and the pursuit of happiness. Article 24, that hereafter in this state there shall be neither slavery nor involuntary servitude, except in the punishment of crime, whereof the party shall have been duly convicted, and all persons held to service or labor as slaves are hereby declared free. It was approved by popular vote and went into effect on November 1st, 1864. We's free.